Europe doesn't matter anymore. Europe is basically a giant museum. That's why you all go. That's why you all go to Europe, right? It's a museum. No, seriously. They don't make babies anymore, so all these countries are shrinking, right? There's no potential hegemon. And this is why the Europeans are so scared today, because they understand there's no real reason for us to be there. Many people say, what about the Russians? Oh, come on. The Russians are a declining great power. They're depopulating. They're not modernizing their economy. They're in trouble over the long term. The Russians they tried to conquer Eastern Europe once. They've been there, done that, didn't work very well. The last thing you want to do is do that again. If you really want to wreck Russia, encourage them to try and swallow Ukraine. That's like swallowing a porcupine.
This may not be a popular video. A lot of people may disagree, but listen, I got to call it for what it is. I got to call it how I'm seeing it. It's clear as day to me. If you see the writing on the wall, if you see what's going on with the economy in the United States and the economies in Europe, and you see what's going on, you see that the route that they're taking. Listen, Europe and America are meant to fall. Yep. Listen, somebody got to tell y'all the truth. Europe and America, they are meant to fall. This is all by design. And just like the gentleman said right there, listen, Europe has nothing to offer anymore. Europe hasn't been innovative in how long? The same with America. America hasn't been innovative in how long? They're not producing anything. They're not even producing people. Guess what? Europe and America, they have to import talent. Right now, an argument can be said that, well, why don't they spend those billions of dollars into, Americans? Why don't they put that towards reskilling America? Why don't they put that towards building up Americans? Listen, even if they did, I feel like Americans still wouldn't go into those industries to gain those skills. That's what I believe. But we don't know because they never did it. But it is all by design. It is all a plan. And I'll take it even a step further. Listen, what they're trying to do, white people, listen up. White men, listen up. Right? You may not want to hear this, but what they're trying to do is they're going to get a rise out of white men, white people specifically, and they're going to allow white men to destroy both Europe and the United States of America. Yep. Listen, I'm giving y'all the plan. I'm giving y'all the exact plan on what they're going to do. They do not care about you. Right? And these are other white elites. Listen, y'all got to understand something. White supremacy was only used as a divisive tactic to get poor peasant whites to feel supreme over other minorities and, black people, especially in the United States of America. That's all that it was used for, right? It was never meant for anything else. It wasn't supposed to go this far, right? That same supremacy, those same tactics, what they're doing is now reversing it and allowing it to eat itself alive. Come on now, y'all don't hear me. Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. What they're going to do, let me repeat this one more time. What they're going to do is use white men, get them all riled up and have them destroy both United States and Europe and make it what they're doing is they're making it seem like they're on your side. Oh, we need to get, white people on the same part. We need to do this and we need to do that and we need to rebirth. Listen, there's no coincidence that Europe is having a birth rate crisis. There's no coincidence that the United States as well is having a birth rate crisis. There's no coincidence that China and Japan are also having a birth rate crisis. There is no coincidence with this at all. What this means is everywhere else in the world are having babies, right? Everywhere else in the world, they're producing new workers, right? I believe that the next working class, I forgot what the stat actually was. The next working class of people is in Africa and it's in India and it's in Latin America. But I think it's Africa first, India, and then Latin America. That is where the money is going. And I've been sounding an alarm for 2 years now. I've been telling y'all, oh, the money is going overseas. I've been telling y'all that they're putting all of their money, they're shipping all of their money overseas. I've been telling y'all this. If you've ever traveled, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right now, there's countless buildings being put up all around here, right? Countless high rises, countless everything, new developments. And people say, oh, that's the third world and all. Okay, you keep thinking that, right? You keep thinking that. And I'm not saying that, countries don't have their problems. I'm not saying that, there isn't a significant amount of people who do suffer from poverty. That's not what I'm saying at all. However, over the next 15, 20 years, many of these places are going to look brand spanking new. They're not going to be the same places y'all hear on the news and, that place is dangerous. This is going to be completely different in the next 15 years, right? So it makes you wonder why are they giving so much money overseas? Why are they just giving away money? Dang, Iran just received what? How much? $500 billion for reconstruction? And they continue to give money away, right? And none of that money is going into your pocket. None of that money is going towards infrastructure in America. None of that money is going into reskilling of America. This is all a ploy, right? Y'all think all of this divisiveness, y'all think all of this, pointing the finger, y'all think all of this left versus right bull crap, y'all think all of this is just, it just, came out of nowhere. No, the algorithms are being purposely, right? They're being purposely designed to pin Americans against Americans. They are purposely being redesigned to pin Europeans and immigrants, against each other. This is purposefully being done. Right. And I've already told y'all, I don't believe Americans are going to wake up. Right. They're not going to wake up. See, I believe that Americans have been so brainwashed into this propaganda. They've been so brainwashed into drama, debauchery, and negativity. It's impossible at this point. Right? It's impossible. The brain, the mind has to be reprogrammed. There has to be a whole nother 50 plus years of reprogramming to bring people out of that. Right? There is no coming out of this. Right? It has to burn. Right? And what they're going to do is let it burn. And for those of you who see what's going on, for those of you who see the writing on the wall, listen, I already told you, stack your cool 10, 20K, whatever K you want to stack. Go ahead and cash in on your 401k, take that penalty, and you better go ahead and dip. Because I'm telling you the game plan. I'm telling you exactly what they're going to do. You see it happening right now. Didn't a baby just get killed by, white police officer? Listen, it is no coincidence. It is no coincidence that there is an event after event after event after event after an already, turbulent event, already after a very sensitive event. Right? These events are happening one after the other, And y'all think this is a coincidence? Come on, man. Y'all need to wake up and smell the coffee. They're doing this on purpose, right? They need people to get riled up so they can start a war. They need people to get riled up so they can, fight one another. So y'all can, so when America gets destroyed, nobody will point the finger at the elites. Nah, they gone. Peter Thiel, he's in Argentina, right? Everybody else, they packing bags and flying. Many other multimillionaires, they packing bags and they're getting the F on, right? Because they see exactly what's going on. And if you look at many of the economies around the world, they have had a positive, right? A net positive economic growth over the past 5-10 years, right? United States is going backwards, right? The West is going backwards, negative, right? Europe is going backwards. Everybody else is in the positive. Everybody else they're building, they're trying to flourish, right? This is no longer the 1500s, 1700s where, the American Empire reigned supreme, the British Empire reigned supreme, the Spaniard Empire reigned supreme. These are nothing more than museums now, right? They're not replacing the birth rate. They're not replacing people at all. The populations are getting older and older and dying out. Many of the men are docile, which was by design as well. Listen, man, this was a whole diabolical plot. I don't think y'all understand just how deep the rabbit hole goes, right? Social media wasn't just social media, right? Everything that they come out with, just know that there was an ulterior motive for that coming out. right? You think social media was just for you to get up on here and, say cheese and film your little videos. No, it was a whole plot behind that. They were already thinking on how to do this before you even start thinking about what they were doing, right? They already had this in the chamber already. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to train the algorithms. We're going to train them to watch them and do this and do that. And then we're going to re-engineer their minds and make them do this, make them think that, and get a rise out of them so they'll never know that. Yeah, man, this is diabolical, right? Many people are not even thinking on this level. Right. And if you're watching the After Pill, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I'm giving you just crazy information and crazy knowledge right now. Right. And if you're watching this video, listen, you're a step ahead of most people. You're a step ahead of 99% of people, because most people are NPCs. They're not thinking on this level. They're not thinking, OK, where to take my family? Where is the next economic best economic situation that I can put myself in, right? And many people are going to say, well, if America falls, and listen, you have economies already preparing themselves for America to fall. Don't y'all understand that? See, this is the thing about America. Y'all have been so programmed to think everybody's just going to rely on you. Listen, I'm not saying that there won't be ripples, right? There absolutely will be ripples, because this said country has been the dominator for the past 50, 100 years. Clearly, there will be ripple effects. However, many economies, especially after Trump started going on a whole tirade and pushing allies and threatened Europe with war, and all of them threatened to invade Greenland, after all that craziness, listen, the economies across the world said, okay, they got an unhinged person in the White House right now. This is what they voted for. We need to start diversifying our economy so we're not heavily reliant on the U.S., because clearly they on some other type of time and they on some other type shit, and we don't need that for our economy. Economies already have started diversifying. Many have been started diversifying from the American hegemon. Right? They've already started doing it, and it is the smart thing to do, because why rely on just this said country for your livelihood, for your survival, for your people's survival? It just doesn't make sense. However, listen, this is the plan, this is the plot, right? They're going to use white men to completely annihilate the United States of America and Europe. They're going to get a rise out of them and make them destroy their own, said countries and their own land. Listen, I don't hate me. I'm just a messenger, right? And I've said this before. I've said this probably a year ago. People call me racist. Oh, you racist. You just hate white people, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I'm telling you exactly what's about to happen, right? It is what it is, right? If you see what is going on, you can clearly see who they're about to use, who they're trying to fire up, right? You can see the parties that they're firing up. You can see exactly the mindset, what they're doing. It's a reason why they chose right wing to do this. There's a reason, because in the United States of America, in Europe as well, you need white people's permission to destroy, right? You first have to get white people to be like, yeah, okay, yeah. And then boom, right? They open the door for it. Right? You listen, you don't think these people are highly intelligent? You don't think these people know the psyche behind all of this stuff? They're from the lineage of families who invented these things. Right? Do y'all not understand that? Right? There's whole technology behind this. There's a whole psyche behind this. You don't think these people understand and know exactly what they're doing? They very well know exactly what they're doing. Right? And the people in control, this is the deconstruction, right? This is the demolition. This is what is happening. And while it's happening, that is the distraction while they push all of their money overseas, right? While they go ahead and build other economies up. Because listen, America's done. You can't make much money in America now. Right? Sure, you can make money because they're the biggest consumer in the world. Sure. But then you have, United States is what? Not even, I don't know what percentage of the globe population. United States is miniature compared to the global population. And imagine if you build up the rest of the global populations, right? Turn them into consumers as well, right? You have much more money at your disposal than you do just from the United States and just from Europe. Oh man, y'all don't understand the game that is being played, right? This game is being played at a much higher level than many of you thought, right? Too bad that you still thinking that America's the greatest country in the world, right? But America, just like much of Europe, will be made into a museum, right? This is what they used to be, right? Just like the Roman Empire. You can go and catch a plane right now to Rome and go ahead and see what is left of Rome, right? Rome still exists, right? Rome is still there, right? You can buy a ticket and go and fly there and, look at the Colosseum and see what the Romans did and what they conquered, right? America is going to be just that. Right? They got to go up in flames first, but then when the dust clears, when the smoke clears, this is what's left of America. Don't say I didn't warn you. Listen, the after pillars, the ideology, the escape blueprints, the framework, and PFP life is how you should live in purpose, in freedom, and in power. Listen, if you want more information like this, if you want more wisdom like this, if you want to join a group that can point you into the right direction, have you been thinking about leaving America? Do you want to know how to leave America, right? Do you want to know the safety of said countries that you are thinking about moving to? Listen, I have an app just for you. I have just released my app, my very own relocation app. It is called Horizon Atlas. It will be in the description below. You can check out any country in the world. You can check out the visa processes. You can check out residencies. Listen, whatever you can think of, right? You can input it in there. AI can help you on your trajectory. Go ahead and check it out. And if you want to join a group, go ahead and join the Inner Circle. It is a high intensity group. We're building applications. We're changing locations. We will have our first networking event in Cartagena, Colombia at the end of this year. We will be celebrating New Year's out there. So listen, come and join the Patreon, come and join the Inner Circle, right? Be around like-minded individuals. And hey, I will see you guys over there. I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint, PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The escape blueprint, PFP life.